It's not everyone's idea of an easy day at the office. But Lucas Byron is happy to be heading bush in one of the most remote corners of the country, the WA goldfields.
It's just different country. Up here it's the red dirt. It's good, it's just something different. We're drilling down to about 250 metres with the help of an auxiliary compressor and a booster.
And what are you looking for?
It's all gold here in the goldfields.
Earlier this year, Lucas and his family moved to outback Western Australia to take a job on the hot, dusty front line of gold exploration.
Yeah, it's long days, but you get used to it. It's hard at the start, real hard, but you keep at it, get used to it, and yeah, it pays off in the end.
This is one of the most mineral-rich areas of Australia, and right now, the mining business is booming.
We are going through obviously a huge growth phase. There's new open pit operations starting up all over the place. There's new underground mines kicking off, and that's obviously putting a strain on the resource sector because obviously there's so much growth but not the people to fill those roles.
After a relatively flat few years, WA's resources sector is surging.
Look, the mood is up, the vibe is good, and momentum is starting to build. When the world is going well, and in particular when China is going well, Western Australia can move really fast. It has brilliant booms, but it also has nasty busts.
There are currently more than $1 billion worth of projects in the pipeline. The Kalgoorlie Super Pit is the biggest open-cut mine in Australia.
Yeah, some of the biggest mining machinery in the world operates down there.
Local Chamber of Commerce head Kyron O'Donnell says the nuggets found here have been luring people from across Australia for more than 100 years.
It's the Golden Mile, so this is obviously a huge strike where they've obviously made the Super Pit, and there's also a massive underground operation, Mount Charlotte, operating underneath, and there is talks of expansion. Companies are spending tens of millions of dollars on exploration. Obviously, if we don't have the people to operate the mine, you know, they may tend to pull back on those investments.
It isn't the first time that WA has been on an urgent recruitment drive. Between 2004 and 2011, the iron ore price boomed, and the WA mines became the place to go to make fast money. Fluoro-clad workers came pouring off the plains.
It really was a perfect storm of people coming together in Western Australia to work on these once-in-a-lifetime projects. Technology and knowledge and
Perth recruitment specialist Chris Kent says it's unlikely companies will be willing to pay that much again.
The wage explosion that happened in Western Australia was unsustainable as well, and that was because we were buying the talent. You want people who in your workplace or in your economy who are here for the best interests of the economy and the workplace they're in, and having to fly in the big hitting talent from other places that are only here to make a buck and move back out again is never a great thing.
And making it harder to recruit workers this time around, construction booms on the eastern seaboard.
A bunch of those people are working on the big infrastructure jobs that you're seeing in New South Wales and Victoria at the moment. They may have been burnt by the last boom, if you like, in the West. So it's not an easy labour market.
Economist Chris Richardson says when the WA economy is strong, the nation benefits.
Australia's a small and rich nation, but we're different to other rich nations in terms of we sell stuff to the world. We sell the resources, the iron ore, the coal, the gas, and when the world and China run hot, then typically Western Australia runs hot with construction around mining, and that's great for Australia as a whole.
The Perth skyline has really shifted over the last decade.
Amanda Davies has published a book about the impact of WA's boom and bust economy.
On the East Coast, there's some push factors at play. So the costs of living are very, very high. People are getting increasingly upset about the transport and housing costs.
Mining booms can be both a blessing and a curse for Australia's most isolated state. Many West Australians remain angry that much of the revenue from the last boom evaporated in a state government spending spree. This time around, everyone's trying to avoid using the word boom.
We know that projects are coming on stream. We absolutely know that there's starting to be recruitment into some of those key projects. So we would expect that in 9 months to a year's time, we start to see some of these trends showing up in our data, our migration data, as well as data around demand for rental properties and demand for new houses.
Back in Kalgoorlie, it appears the word is getting around.
We got all the new people who have just arrived here, so we can really tell that Kalgoorlie is going up or Kalgoorlie is going down at the moment.
Hi Heath.
Hello.
How you going?
Caravan park owner Kirsten Johnston is dealing with a stream of new arrivals, all looking for work.
We had people arrive from Victoria, from Queensland, from Tasmania, all saying there's no jobs at home. So they've come over here, they're going to test out the waters for a year, and then they're going to bring their families over if they like it.
Hello. Hi.
Rebecca Morton and her family recently arrived from Victoria. Her husband's already found a job.
So how are you finding Kalgoorlie? It must be a big change for you.
It certainly is. It's very warm considering we left home in winter and the average temperature there was 10 degrees.
Oh.
Why did you guys move over?
We wanted a lifestyle change. You know, sort of the everyday comings and goings. And with the kids, we wanted to give them a bit of a lifestyle experience.
Another generation of Australians willing to cross the continent.
The nature of a mining economy is that there will be periods of boom and bust, and I think that's quite well understood, that you get in whilst it's going good and then you make plans.